Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. So glad you could join me this evening because we're back with more Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I couldn't be more excited to dive into this one. Good to see you, everyone. Thank you so much, Grayson and Fit, for the resubs. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Jogor Design. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Everyone, Jogor Design is actually the designer on Fiverr who has made a lot of the custom emotes that we use here on the channel. So, be sure to go check out their page, shoot some business their way. They're responsible for the great Jorf emote you see there, the Phantasmagoria one we've been using lately. So glad you could drop in and check out the stream tonight. Hey, Kill, good to see you too. Good to see everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's been good times around here. It's been a lovely summery weekend. We've spent a lot of time outside and been enjoying ourselves. We have a mystery here that I'm really excited about. We have someone a little earlier who came up to our front door and really pounded on it, like gave one of those back of the hand kind of poundings, like so loud it like rattled the frame, and then ran away. So I'm guessing a neighborhood teenager, most likely the culprit. I'm going to solve this riddle and get back to you. And now that I'm an old man, I feel like if I can figure out who did, I'm going to tell their parents and be that guy. So that's where we're headed around here with our mystery of the very loud and scary door knocker. If they show up during the stream, I am liable to fall out of my chair with some sort of cardiac event because it was the scariest knock ever. So it's hard to say who it could be, but what's important, gang, is that we have some Sherlock Holmes to play. So let's jump in and see where we're at. So as we were wrapping up last time around, we had solved the mystery of the missing painting. That's not what it was called. I've turned it into like a Nancy Drew style mystery. Or the Three Investigators. Did anyone ever read any of the Three Investigators novels? It was, let's see, Pete, Bob, I think, and Jupiter Jones, three kid detectives who worked alongside Alfred Hitchcock. It was a terrific kids series, young adult, wonderful stuff. But we're back on the mystery grind here. I think we're on our last big story mystery, so we may be able to get to the end of this ding dang Sherlock Holmes game, at least the main story. There is a ton of side questery and stuff like that. I'm kind of ready to power through this thing and finish the rest kind of in my spare time. So we may make a push for the end here. Door knock was clearly the work of a hardcore fan. Yeah, I'm getting more and more of those lately, just showing up at my door, the paparazzi's outside when I go to my car. This is what happens when you have 1,000 followers on Twitch. You're pretty much a celebrity at that point. The door knock was you hand delivering your sub. Well done, Grayson. Oh, sorry, kid. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Did they just warp in? Oh, pardon me, sir. Let's see here. John actually gets upset at me shoulder checking everyone in town. But you know what? John's going to have to deal with it because I'm never, ever going to stop. This is who I am. Of course, I remember where we live. How could I ever forget the location of our home? I've totally forgotten where our house is. Oh, this is a good start. Good start. Okay. Not there. Don't think it's in the old city. Oh, this is embarrassing. Next to the church in West Grand Surrey. Ah, thank you, Grayson. As always, super helpful. I had the general idea of where it was on the map, but clearly not close enough to find it. I mentioned on Discord earlier today, this is an Oops All Bangers week coming up. I'm going to be going out of town next week, so I'm trying to get as much of that sweet streaming in while I can. So tomorrow night we'll be playing King's Quest, the Sega Master System, version. This is actually a redo of a stream I did way back in the pre-camera days. I thought I would revisit it simply because someone brought it up at the Discord. I believe it was Ben. That's good enough for me to jump back in and do it all over. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be starting Quest for Glory 4. On Thursday, hopefully I'm going to be back and play some No One Lives Forever. So we've got all kinds of excitement coming your way.
Exercise some restraint, Mr. Holmes. Find the who's and
wow.
we'll handle the whys.
Our imaginary friend John has found a passage.
Just look at this thing. It's huge.
It's huge. Yep. Ah, beans. It's a mermaid skeleton. Now it's part of our world. Thingamabobs, it's got 20.
It's a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Ooh. The classic Dinglehopper situation.
Did you just remember something?
Yes.
I can see you remembering
full of
something.
curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Oh, we have a freak room?
So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
Go back to your
my
Croft house.
Actually, I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum.
Oh, petulant
You
tantrum.
can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Ow.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You
John,
know
my
I will
imaginary
find out
friend, and I
eventually.
deserve
The
it.
goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood.
Clearly.
In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
At that mermaid
You
skeleton.
are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental. Because all
Wow.
you care about is yourself.
Getting
It's
intense.
true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Well. You know, Grayson, why couldn't it have been the other kind of mermaid with the fish part on top and the lady part on bottom? Maybe, I think, my favorite Futurama joke. And in fact, the whole Lost City of Atlanta episode may be my favorite episode of Futurama, mostly because folk singer Donovan is low-key, whoa, my God, we saved the elephant. We saved the inflatable elephant that's in our yard now. But Donovan may be one of my favorite recording artists of all time. I'm a legit Donovan fan. I can't believe we saved the elephant sex doll. Donovan's fantastic. I got really into him in college, which, when I tell you, at the time I got really into him, I was not doing any drugs or anything makes it sound even less plausible. But yeah, I was the person primed for an episode of Futurama heavily featuring Donovan. Season of the Witch is a fantastic song. There Is a Mountain is one of the first songs I ever played for my daughter, who tomorrow is her legit birthday. We observed her birthday last weekend, but tomorrow, inexplicably, my daughter turns 9. And as I was explaining to her just a few minutes ago, that means she's halfway to having to leave our house forever. So she's really torn up about that. Wood straight, smooth.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Female, fishtail, mysterious.
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible, it must have been something else.
Dry, skeleton, rock. Do you think it's the thing we just saw
That
outside?
mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
By Macroft. He's the worst. Family
It
member,
was my
female.
mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
What do you
You
think
were
of the
really
artifact?
concentrating and holding something in your hand.
Cool, glass. Observation.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of 2 different skeletons.
You think?
The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us.
We had a family mermaid smashing party. As one does. As was the tradition here on Cordona at the time. People, loud voices, workers.
The workers took the artifact and placed it into the Cabinet of Curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Hey, Sheldorn. Good catch. Okay, now we can go in the freak show room. Every mansion
Yes,
has one.
My mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her Cabinet of Curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
She was a Sith authenticator, like the ones in Obi-Wan. A goblet. It's a gerblet.
Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him. One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the
Cosmic
brown
Boy.
fur wasn't noticeable.
Hey, Lemmings. Yeah, I've heard that this game has some Obra Dinn vibes, and I really need to play Obra Dinn.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
Oh, she has a
So
jackalope.
he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been
Beasts.
thrilling if it were actually true.
Beast! Watkinson and Holman? Chapter 1? What have we here? Is this some sort of strange, reverse O future fanfic?
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
How's it going, Cosmic Void? Hope you're well. Pew, pew, pew. What we got? Cozy blanket.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Wigwam. It's a big daddy. He's been to Rapture. I knew it. It's a nice looking stained glass lamp. mind having that from my office.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons.
I'd love to know what Sherlock sparring with his imaginary friend looked like. Ooh.
1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire. This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
The fake fairy things of Europe back at the time. When photography was in its early days and people decided to use it to fake the existence of fairies.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
It's Jolly Roger, eh?
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
A very tall
That's for
man.
the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
The wrong hands. Well, it'd be terrible if the wrong people got hold of a tall skeleton.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
This is like Sherlock's gloating parlor. This is where he comes to gloat over all the people that he and his mom outsmarted.
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
I have a friend at my university who teaches Viking history, and she had like an end of the semester party once, and the students like dressed up and she dressed up. Everybody had like a Viking cosplay day, and she wore a helmet with horns, like your traditional, like I'm in a Viking costume look. And a colleague at the university made a big deal about how her historical inaccuracy was really a disservice to her students. Because academics are the worst, consistently. Hey, Robin got too bacon. How smart his mom's dad. Turned out that was all too real, huh? That guy's fun at parties, absolutely. Goes to tell his chair, she's wearing a hat with horns. And I think you will agree that it's inaccurate. Oh no. Appears the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. Oh, beans. He is imaginary. We weren't just imagining that he was imaginary. Torn diploma. So Dr. Richter left his diploma
Really,
here?
it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
I need to play Obra Dinn. Everyone says I would love it.
The Tulpa. Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Classic Tibetan mentalism. What other secrets await me? What else you got? The Jungle Book. Okay. Any other hot spots? Ooh, a suit of armor.
The full plate armor of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Armour is armour, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
Maybe. Memoirs in the Manor. I can proceed with my investigations. I think that
When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days.
maybe pin my evidence is the thing I need to do. And see if there's some sort of assemble it all together moment. I think I've hit all the hot spots. Well, that was a very good teleport that John just did.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
I forgot that I don't have to press any buttons to go through doors. If you're just joining us, welcome in. It's Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, a game that has been positively delightful up to this point. So glad you could be here. We are nearing the end of the game, or at least the story mode, but it's an open world mystery game. There is tons of content out there that we've barely scratched the surface of. Gotta go fast. Sherlock Holmes runs fast. He's a fast, fast boy. Yeah, he's gotta go fast. It deserves to be salaciously trumpeted to a wider audience. Couldn't agree more. What do I need to do now? A long game for Chapter 1. It really has been. Like, when I saw this on various online stores, I thought that it was going to be like an episodic Telltale thing. And that by episode 1, that there would, or Chapter 1, there would be more chapters incoming quickly. Okay, so just to refresh our memory, when it has the compass-looking thing, that means it is search a location. What haven't I found? Yeah, no, with a name like Chapter 1, it gives you the sense maybe it's just going to be a short little bite of content. Like, I wonder if naming it, as corny as it sounds, something like Sherlock Holmes Origins would have been a better strategy in terms of really selling this as what's ultimately, you know, a decent 10 or 12 hour main story and then a lot of side content in addition to that. Maybe now I go back outside to the Sherlock Year 1. Yeah, I think that would have been a little better. Sherlock Holmes Origins. Okay, let's look at our Facebook. My imaginary friend John and mental illness. Uh-oh. Sherlock, there's no place like Holmes. Sherlock Holmes for the holiday.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel
it. Fantastic. Ah, it's a joy to hear. Thank you for the sticker. It hasn't told me who slapped it yet.
I think our family portrait used to hang here.
Okay. I felt I'm missing something in that room. Hey, there it is. Thank you, Nick. I suspected it could be your handiwork, but, you know, I didn't want to assume. Because you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and Uma Thurman. Sticker party animal. Okay, ding dang it, Josh.
It's a pity how many
Facebook. So it just says to...
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, Pickled Dog.
amazing things are missing from this room.
Thank you, Pickled Dog. Thank you, Grayson. Grayson, I know that I've leaned heavily on you in this. Ooh, there's the BMX legend. We don't see enough of that one. Thank you, Nick. What do I need to do here? I've explored. tells me I need to explore some more. Where to? Maybe go in and use my detective vision. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I've got the right evidence pinned. You're not trying. We need a hint skull and a "you're not even trying, Sherry" sticker. You're absolutely right. I need to update my stickers. I'm behind on that. I feel like I've been kind of just like wildly running from thing to thing the last few weeks. What were supposed to be a series of fun daytime streams have all been cast aside for real life. Real life is where people don't throw quarters at me. Let's see here. What do we need to ding-dang do? Maybe I'll just cheat and look it up because I want to know. Real life really is the worst. Let's see. Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1. Alright, here we go. Okay, going to solve this puzzle. Going to figure it out. Okay. This guide. Okay. Where are we at? Cabinet of Curiosities. Now pen. Let's see here. So John, casebook. So supposedly there should be a master of unlocking thing. I've missed something in here. But what is it?
One of the most
Oh, no, not this
ridiculous
again.
fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
We always remember that polar bear. I'll never forget. Oh, wait. Aha! A hot spot. Judge McDougal.
So
Beauty
many
chest
calling
guard.
cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Classic Mycroft.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting.
I should coin to the streamer.
Officer Luciano J. Placido.
Well, that's a good name. You know, I have barely played The Witcher. At some point, I probably should give it another shot. Back when The Witcher 2 was all the rage, my wife and I bought it for bought it for Xbox 360 and played like 15 minutes of it and noped out of it really hard.
It was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
Ooh, old
I remember
Punisher
we tried to
comics from
break
the
it open and
80s.
spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Emo Punisher. That's my second favorite Punisher after Scene Kid Punisher.
Carefully opened. Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
The trial of Dr. Otto Richter and the death of Violet Holmes has been assigned to the Judge McDougal.
I'm starting to remember something.
Accident in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh no. Oh, beans. What's happened? Okay, new Mind Palace clues. Let's jump into the Mind Palace. Okay. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter. Shoegaze Punisher. What does it mean that this is now? Oh, wait. Early morning footsteps.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Ooh. Probably shadows.
He opened the door to the postman, and they exchanged documents. If it was a real postman, of course.
You always have to ask yourselves, is it a real postman? You know it was a real postman if all they brought were bills. Am I right? Landscape tilted.
The painting on the wall was slightly atilt. He stopped and straightened it.
Was this going to unlock the final door? Log, fire, crackle. Snap, pop.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
Thank you, Slushy. Sorry, Shadorn,
This is
I
boring
understand.
now, as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
What if?
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
What does it all mean? Facebook. So the two hands clasping is, I should know all this stuff by now, but I haven't been paying attention to this game. John wants to challenge you. Well, I challenge you, John. I challenge you to a battle of wits. Unfortunately, you're unarmed. What is the sound of two hands clasping? It's good to have a colorful ice cream man. To retain levity, it's a good point. Can I unlock this now? This is unlockable? Was there a key up there, maybe? Is that what I was to discover?
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
Yeah, no, there's never been any question about whether that would be the costume forever. Ah, yes, there's a key. Yeah, that costume was our forever costume as soon as we found it.
The fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
Tis it tis.
I think this is what we're looking for.
Tiny key. The tiny key. I gotta go fast. I gotta run so fast. Running through my home. I'm gonna unlock a drawer.
We made it. So what's there?
Cool bottle. Dom Perignon.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favourite. Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Oh, wow. A Victorian era bottle of scotch. Or whiskey. Single malt. Whatever they have said.
Otto Richter.
A lot better than Emmanuel Richter.
This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Thick with two C's. It is rather thick. It is 3 short paragraphs. Looks like around maybe 5-ish sentences. That's work, Mycroft. Hey, thank you, Nick.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
All right. We've done it. Okay. So let's see here. So Master of Unlocking's done. Okay, so you have eyeball and pen. Use concentration, you fool. This could be where we're supposed to concentrate. Oh, there used to be a ladder
Nice
here.
closet.
Hey! Thank you. Is that a Voozle? Is that a Voozle skull? Thank you, Nick.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
Righto. Oh, here it is. It was bound to come in med. It's a sticker party, everyone. For the next minute, you can slap all the stickers you want free of charge. Just hover over and start slapping.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, here they go. Good to see Jim Walls. Always. Wow. Just look at them all. There's a Navi. Hey, listen. There's a stoned-looking Princess Zelda. I see Trail Mix Gate rearing its ugly head. That ugly head being my own ugly head. Got some great Pride stickers. Glad to see those. There's Trogdor. That's BMX Legends entering into the chat. Oh, thank y'all so much. So many beautiful stickers. Now we'll just wait and peel them all off one at a time. So satisfying. Such a great sticker party. And if you're just joining us and you want to slap your own sticker onto the stream, just hover over it, and for a few bits, you can make your mark. It's been a sticker party tonight, all along. This is appropriate. Well, there are a lot of Trail Mix Gates left. I made the Trail Mix Gate. I was trying to get the vibe of the beginning of the "You Can't Do That on Television" opening, like where they're like driving to the factory and the guy's like this, and they like stamp "You Can't Do This on Television" onto his forehead. That was my inspiration there. If anyone was really curious, my inspiration for that sticker. Like most things in my life, it was inspired by "You Can't Do That on Television." That's why I changed my last name to Morissette, to honor my favorite "You Can't Do That on Television" cast member, Alanis Morissette. Ooh. Pardon me. And don't make fun of the way I sneeze. It's cool, okay?
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what, and we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
Curiouser and curiouser here in the Cabinet of Curiosities.
Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Uh-oh. It's one of these scenes. Hey, Gooberella. My recollection of the day I decided to play in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Okay. After examining the cabinet, I started remembering we had decided to play. I used a ladder, sudden noise, papers and books ended up on the floor. Okay. Feel confident in that one. What in the world?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Really?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. I really hope it was someone in the suit of armor.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. Let's read our casebook again. We decided to play with the new artifacts. I used a ladder. Use the ladder to reach them on the top shelf. So what are they actually doing there? Throwing an elephant to each other? Okay. I feel like that's Mycroft confronting the doctor, so maybe this is it? Yeah, okay.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait,
Baby John is great.
did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Checks out.
So there was a quarrel between them.
Mm-hmm. Sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother. And it backfired.
I heard a noise in the hall. Let's check it out.
Okay. Let's look at our casebook before we do. Is anything new in our mind palace? Not really, no.
Sherry, look! We've got a parcel here.
Oh.
Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Hello. Dear Mr. Holmes, I am waiting for you at Kurt Machio's mansion on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey in the northern Grand Surrey. Come at once. If inconvenient, come anyway. Always your friend, Vivi. Set the appropriate outfit. Hope it
An
fits.
invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Wow, invitations that come with a mask are dope. I'm with them. Here we go. Oh, baby, it's a crazy robe. Welcome to my crazy robe. Oh my goodness. Going to Carnival. Kinda look like the character on the front of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Okay. A normal map. Is that what it said in the wardrobe? Oh wait. Prince of Darkness. Turn heads before cracking skulls. And a normal mask for normal people. That is too good. Leave me alone, Mom. Copper Topper. Respect the quiff. Well, let's go. Wait, does John get one? Well, he doesn't need one. He looks great. He looks fine. John looks fine. Oh, man. Okay. No clues, guys. I'm sorry. I have no clue what we're supposed to be doing. Let's see. Pin evidence. Oh, this is great. Okay. Turquoise Lane. Across from Cordona Abbey and Grand Northern Surrey. Grand Northern Surrey. Cordona Cemetery. Miners Market. I bet this is it. No? Yeah, Grace and I agree. It's sort of an interesting choice that if you're going to only break your fourth wall anywhere, to choose to do it in wardrobe descriptions. I guess though they are a very video gamey part of the game, huh? Okay, so what was the name of the street? Turquoise Lane. That doesn't sound like a real street. Welcome to Turquoise Lane. Turquoise, if you will. You will. Turquoise. If you see it while I wildly scroll around, just scream out in the chat. Yes, every street in Cordona being a reference to some sort of Sherlock Holmes mystery is a nice touch. Turquoise. There's Cumberbop Street. Okay. Okay, let's look at the description again. Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey. Near the Grand Surrey border is the word on the street. Turquoise. Ah, there's Turquoise, and there is Cordona Abbey. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We've done it, gang. We've solved the puzzle. Go to the Church of St. Nicholas. Hey, man, good to see you. Always like your gamer jokes. Place. Mark. Alright, now we've done it. Now we've really done it. Pardon me. Ben, I don't know if you're just joining us, but this is what we look like now. But Doctor, I am Pagliacci.
Hey.
Pardon me.
Hey.
Pardon me. I'm looking forward to leaving this island to people who just walk in the middle of the sidewalk. Pick a side. Preferably the right. Or I don't know. Maybe the left. Who knows what's going on in Cordona. I'm looking for a mansion, I am. I think I've missed it already. Do some free riding. Hey, Shyamouth boy. Sorry, Carmen Miranda. I'm guessing I'm here, right? Nope, I am not. Southward is the word. Still, I bet this is the estate. Feels like it's the estate. Maybe that's the Abbey. That's the Abbey. Y'all, that's just the Abbey. You thought that was the estate? I'm afraid to tell you. It's just the Abbey. What happens if I talk to somebody?
Are you able to help me?
I can't help you, friend.
Okay, so this is Turquoise Street here. And I'm looking for a mansion. Pick to live in a mansion. Have their lives taken. Find out what happens when people stop being polite and start getting real. It's the real world, Cordona. Ralph Macchio's mansion. Let's go in.
Sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Oh, no pro bono. Same here.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
Welcome to my sex party. Oh, wow. I like the Roman straps. Oh, this game has gotten so good. Looks like we'll be investigating this one in the
What
French
if I write
fashion.
an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
John, get out of the chocolate fountain. Hubba, hubba. Leather. Oh, look at his awesome little mustache on his mask. Oh my goodness, can we trade masks? Okay. Okay, where's Vogel? Yeah, 1,000 people to talk to. Good, good, good.
Look, I'm an outlaw.
Oh, this game.
Let me know if you need anything, sir.
Yeah, John messing around with the chocolate fountain is really risky from a public health standpoint.
Sherlock, friend, I wasn't sure you'd come.
Ooh la la.
Berner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world.
You dirty boy.
Show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
Is he gonna kiss Vogel?
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, and something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
A 7% solution. That's his jam from the Nicholas Meyer novel, 7% solution.
My mind already operates at a far higher level than most. I struggle to believe anything could improve it. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next, visit the victims, ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
It is.
With every action or
Irrelevant.
inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just
True.
like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in.
Like mask
Now I must
parties.
insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I'd rather take it for study. Y'all, what if Sherlock has been wearing a mask this entire time? What if it were simply a metaphorical mask that we've witnessed since the game began?
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then well, perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Man, what freaking nerd.
Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest.
Who's Ernest?
I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please
Ah.
take this key. It opens the altar room.
Oh, the
past
altar room.
library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
A Fabio and an altar room.
Let Fabio speak for himself.
I've been saying that for years. Oh, those are kissy booths. Quite what? Ugh. Sex party. Pretty cool outfit.
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to date with the current trends.
One of these books must open a secret passage. I know it.
Ah. I mean, it is really a wasted opportunity if it doesn't. Like having a waterfall in an adventure game and not putting anything behind it.
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satiric. Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
Uh-oh. Is Fabio dead? Oh, not Fabio. Not Fabio.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
I mean, he was there for some amount of time, yes. Not like this. Fabio, no. I'm going to say this was a murder.
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Reminds me of Police Quest 1 VGA.
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
I'm your Venus, drawn in a hurry, what's your desire?
The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Oh, wow. You know, in Shady, I was actually thinking about this. I need to create a save. Did he say Spanish fly? Before I get to the end of this, so I can go back and do the side missions. I think I want to finish up the main quest on stream. But I'm definitely going to go back in my spare time and play some of the side
The
missions.
ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly. This oil has a slight aroma of... This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger.
Dagger of Amun-Ra,
The herbs
classic.
here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Alright, let's loot this body. I want to investigate everything else before I jump in on this body. Tattoo covers a mark.
This crude tattoo partially covers a slave branding. A blunt-force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
Handsome. Extremely.
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
Or if it's from the murder.
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it. This golden handle has a bloodstain on it. The The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance.
Robin erotically stabbed God an altar just an hour ago.
This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
Or if that was before the murder or after.
The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart.
Why is the dongular region never a point of interest? This game just isn't sex positive, I guess.
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
Back and remove it. My goodness, my eye is just itching like crazy. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but it'll make you witness me just like jabbing at it desperately with my t-shirt. Ben, if you know a better term for this specific area than dongular region, you tell me what it is. The Southern Peninsula? I don't know. Fabio died on the altar. Yep, I think we figured out that key clue. We've done it. So this is the you should talk to people thing, right? Talk to the case participant. Maybe go tell Werner the bad news about our good friend here. Have you tried rubbing lint and cotton into the itchy area? I have now, and it feels different. I don't know if I would say better. What have we here? Uh-oh. Stogies.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
Yeah, that's not what they're really for, though.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
That's a shame. Ben, what you don't know, this is a great question. Do I have a t-shirt that says weekday that you can wear on 5 work days of the week? This actually says weekend legend, just to let you know that, like, I don't mess around. I don't know if that's visible on screen, but I'm not just recognizing the weekend, I'm expressing my mastery over it. I'm dominating it. Dominating it into absolute submission. The weekend. Weekdays, I've never gotten the hang of those. Weekends, though, nobody relaxes like me. I live a life of relaxation, but boy, on the weekends...
Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
It's like the Jermaine Dupri song, Welcome to Atlanta. Sundays when I get my sleeps in, because on Monday I'll be at it again. Holler. What other clue? Oh wait, maybe this.
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
Smoking lounge. A banana, eh? Suggestive. Hey, Ricky. Murderers are just litter bugs. How many bits can you write BMX over the word weekend? Now, this is a good question. I mean, I like the shirt is the problem. Like, I'd hate to spoil it, but am I spoiling it if I'm making it better? Oh. Hey, I guess you've heard the news. You seem fine with it, honestly.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant.
Yeah, you know.
It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand.
Just a weensy bit.
Some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts.
Well,
I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. And pull yourself together, Werner.
Not nights like these.
What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere. Often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair.
Good point, stains.
What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures.
Yep.
A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
Who's Ralph Macchio?
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional
An orgy that
tastes,
comes with a guarantee is
Mr.
a big
Manchios
plus.
provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Too ugly for the average orgy? We've got you covered here at Ralph Macchio's mansion. Check out the altar room.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were...
Filling time?
Waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
I love this game.
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Fabio, the
Everyone
victim.
knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island.
Beauty.
Too handsome to go unnoticed.
I know that
He was
feeling.
magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil... Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
The two main
So
things
this
about
ritual
life.
is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks
I'm wearing
the
a
start
mask
of
with
our
blush built in.
festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
This is amazing.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked.
Unblocked lock.
After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Police know nothing.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Okay. Where to now? So there's eyeball in that room. Which means use concentration. Okay. Yes. Bloody hand.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. A bloody handprint on an armchair. The wounded person was here for some time. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
Key to the altar room, the Ralph Macchio mansion. How did I not notice John swimming around? There's a door I haven't entered. Thank you. Weird mirrors back here. Ah, there we go. The dressing room. Thank you, Shady.
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing. The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
Pitcher puddles, eh?
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
Dressing room. Complete.
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
Another key.
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me.
It's for the F room. I thought this whole place was an F room.
The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio. Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio. Manchos.
Love, Ralph Macchio.
Would you recognize me in one of these? I suppose not.
Ooh. Ah, is this the ritual?
This is a different ritual.
Nope. Naked woman lies on the altar. This. Whoa! Hey, welcome in, streamers. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Decaf Jedi Jess. Tonight we're playing some Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Thank you, Zora's Cove, for the raid. You're playing the Evil Within tonight. How was your stream? Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Hope it was a good one. We've just been having some fun here at I'm just going to call it what it is, an erotic party that we're attending in Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's good times. We're enjoying ourselves. How is the Evil Within? That's a game I don't know a lot about beyond just Sort of the title. Hope it was a good stream tonight.
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
Yeah, that's right. This was completely optional. I heard there was a sex party in this Gilded Age game, and I had to be there. Hey, good to meet you too. Thank you so much for the raid. You know, this is my first of Frogware's Sherlock Holmes games, and I've really enjoyed it. It's so ambitious. The mysteries are pretty well constructed. It has a great sense of humor. Really loving it
How can anyone
myself.
accept such behaviour?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So glad you could be here. Thank you again for the raid. What have we here?
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps, perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Uh-oh. Now we know. Let's go into our deduce things mode. Lay down in our strange costume. Alright. So how is the evil within tonight? Oh wow, I really have no clue. Let's read the casebook. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Left fist of the victim was clutching. Oh, helpful chat is always a good thing. Let's see, that is the victim locking the door. Oh wow, I'm gonna struggle with this one, gang. It's bloody, so I'm gonna say the murderer dropped that there. No, if it hadn't been for chat, I'd still be on like the first mystery on this one. Maybe I've completely misinterpreted what's happened here. Would certainly not be the first time. Wow. This one has a whole lot of moving parts. Wait, so they were out here? Okay. He clocks him, he drags him. Ooh, I don't know, gang. This one's a little tough. Sacrificial dagger. Okay, so he clocks him on the head. He drags him over here. Eventually, let's just see what. Maybe I got it right, Matt. Oh crap!
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge.
What?
Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room.
Wow.
Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood.
Thank you. I can't believe
was used
that.
to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you alright?
Can't believe that.
Not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
I can't believe that. Thank you, Todd. Zoras, this is the first time anything like that's ever happened, so your raiders must have been good luck.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
A benediction Cumberbatch. Good our mind balance. Okay. Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. Ritual was staged, I think. Personally. Okay, those don't go together. Those are casebooks. Okay, John still wants to challenge me. It's clear the murderer had a key. If I find out who had a key to the altar room, I'll shrink the circle of suspects, as they say. I'll shrink the circle of suspects. I'll shrink the circle of suspects. I'll shrink the circle of suspects. Expedition. What do you think about this?
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Discretion is my middle name. Alright. Go find Ralph Macchio.
Don't forget to find the information I need before the guests leave.
Well, I mean, I'll try, kinda, but... I mean... Okay, John, let's do your quest for a second. Is this gonna be an eavesdropping thing? Here's my favorite guy.
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
Oh, it's a blood
No,
fountain.
John, it's definitely not blood, just wine.
I guarantee
Go was it a guess?
you'll have a good time.
I should write to my friend about the handsome men here.
Okay, actually, I'm not going to do this. Sorry, John. We've got important things to do. Person with a star mask.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Wrong, star masks.
I need a rest from my insatiable life.
Ooh, I know that feeling. Where is ye star mask? Standing next to the fountain.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one
Thank you,
talking
Grayson.
about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista.
Hey, thanks for the
and
follows. Thank you, thank
Santos. Who is that?
you. Thanks again
Santos
for the raid.
Panchetti, my major domo. in his opinion at least.
Man, I want a major domo. Like, I want a major domo like Bib Fortuna. I get a Twi'lek major domo. Man.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise?
Oh,
what's going on?
Dinosaurs. I just saw Jurassic World
Freeze,
Dominion.
Filth. You're under arrest.
Well, you know, at the end of Tomb Raider, there's all of a sudden dinosaurs. Why not here? Oh, man. Yep, these look like cops, all right. Thank goodness they busted up this sex party. This is great, though. Hey, no problem. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, that's really good.
You committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing...
Hey, thanks, in
fleas
Shady.
like
Thanks for
you.
dropping in.
Thank God we have Vogel in his letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes?
Thank you for following, Shady. A pleasure having you here.
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest
Stark?
lot, thanks to you.
Is Tony Stark
Let me get
here?
this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave
Lee
everything I have
Harvey
on this
Oswald.
table.
Yes.
Find
That's
the
right.
murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bloodshed.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then.
Partner. Yeah, that
We
scene
should've
was really
listened to
well
the
done.
guests there. Now I have nothing to write about.
I know. I know. Whatever. And Chetty's a major domo. Okay, we need to go talk to Vogel.
Look, I found Werner.
Hello, copper.
Could you help me?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Maybe we should cosplay as a police officer while we're here. I bet they'll appreciate that. I'll be able to get the answers I need.
Help me, please.
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Werner, are you all right?
Vogel.
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course
not.
Yeah. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I'd die for you. I'd die for you. I'd walk right for you. You know it's true. Everything I do.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island?
Well, yeah.
Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Vogel's in prison. I can talk to him. Imagine how bananas it would be if you'd just been, like, let out of your cell on a suspected murder charge, and you immediately put on a fake cop costume and just started walking around and talking to suspects and stuff. Like, can other people see this? You think that would be super suspect? Everything I need's on the table, eh? Gowl. That's right, we are in Gowl right now, aren't we? Guess that's not the table. Welcome to Gowl.
Do you know anything about this?
Are you talking to me? You'd better not be.
I love all the revelers from the party just, like, hanging out.
I'm doing my part. You should do yours too, Holmes.
Okay. What am I looking for? Oh. Crimes. Victims, evidence. Instrument of crimes. Oh, wait. So let's see. So what do I actually need to learn about? What's my next step? It's cosplay. Suspects. Okay. Oh man, John's not liking all... Oh, John hates us now. Do I maybe need to do... crimes? Complaints? don't quite know what it's looking for here. Can anyone hint me forward a little bit? Maybe I'll peek over at the walkthrough. Because I do not quite get it. Let's see here. Wait, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Wrong archives. Or wait, looks like there was another room I was supposed to visit. Okay.
Did you hear Basilio Copello is in jail? A dead boy?
Death in a safe.
In the police. Let's pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around and look confused.
There's an additional side case. Looks like there was somewhere else in here with more evidence, maybe. At least what I can tell from the walkthrough. Let's go busting into every room. Ah, here we go. This is that good stuff. Arrested suspects invoke whole Sherlock Holmes carried a murder weapon. Batista. Okay, Pinchetti. So Pinchetti is the one who came and talked to the police. That makes me a little suspicious. I don't know about all y'all. I have this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence on the case. Okay.
Back on track to solve the case.
Good. That's just what I needed. Mind Palace. Okay. Pinchetti is the suspect who should be arrested and questioned. He has a key that he didn't mention in his deposition. Okay, how do I get out of here again? Not that away. Okay, we're gonna do this thing.
Have you considered
There we
Mr.
go.
Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms,
Classic
including
major domo.
the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
All right, that was easy.
They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
All right. Where did this crime actually happen? Let's see. Okay, John just cannot stand this. My unconventional approach to investigation is starting to weigh on him. Where's this person I need to interrogate?
What a long day.
Ooh, a basement.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
What do we have here? I'm guessing the interrogation rooms are all upstairs.
Excuse
Nope.
me, are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
This person's suspicious.
The reason should be apparent, Mr. Capello. I am not a policeman.
I'm simply
I've taken an
cosplaying as
independent
one.
interest in your situation.
Ah, of course, you're a journalist.
Nothing so
Oh wait, no,
prosaic.
this is the side quest.
I'm a detective
Dang
of
it.
sorts with an interest in the interesting, such as your case. I'm not after your money nor a scandalous tale for the Gazette, just the truth.
Ah, how quaint. Bene. Ask your questions, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, this is the wrong person. We've stumbled onto a side quest. Focused look. This guy kind of looks like an older Jeff Hardy. Such an enigma. Yeah, I don't really want to do
You
this
are
quest yet.
surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
And yet your fist tells a different story. It seems you recently found yourself in a fight.
A fight? To succeed in life, you don't need to fight.
Please, tell me how...
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello.
Dead man is safe.
I take it...
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur.
Who sent?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes...
Yeah, this is the thing I
report had to be
overheard.
made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we
This guy
discovered
looks
the
so
body
much like a
in the
major
safe.
domo. Oh.
Was it also Billy that discovered the bug?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late
My
yesterday.
wife?
You say you became the suspect when the police identified...
Surely you jest.
Some sort of family feud?
You must be new to Godona. It's an old tale. Back in
Okay.
Italy, generations ago, the Capellos rightfully
Sounds like
struck
mob
back,
stuff.
but There has...
And does that...
I told you, sir, it's an...
Guys, need
You
you out
met
here.
clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday.
And the safe...
It's usually...
A coffin that locks itself. Help me grasp your move.
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m.
And what about...
Our meeting for the demonstration was...
I have one final inquiry.
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar.
Okay.
Well, here, thank you.
Please, I shall eat...
Okay.
Oh, Sherry, disappointing. We were putting on a show and you call it off halfway through.
What? And John's mad at us, yeah. We really boogered this one up, huh? Okay, so I guess the interrogation rooms are upstairs. Boy.
Mrs. Capello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
Good day.
Are you a major
Mr. Nachos.
domo? He is.
I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained.
Now this guy
boors.
looks like a major domo.
Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants.
True.
I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy after all.
I need to examine you first.
Need to do some classic observing. Where's makeup? Rash from exposure to hair dye. A vein man. Soap under fingernails. Washed hands in a hurry. Why could that be? Lavishly expensive. Extremely rich, eccentric, and frivolous. This is, I would say, this is Machias. Yeah, that's right. This is not our major domo once again. This is our owner of the place. Mm-hmm. Definitely hides his age.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
What's Fabio,
what was Fabio like? His personality, his habits. Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins.
I'm imagining Fabio as like Rocky from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly
woe
from
is
you.
me.
I'm all yours.
My life is
Sherlock.
a mystery.
You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Party
I'd
enhancer,
like to
that's
know
Vogel.
who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
You have to be a true patriot to enjoy these parties. I want to provide
That's
you
not
with your own
something I know much
profile.
about. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Yeah,
Not
he deserves
a
that
very
bit.
eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police.
Oh, I'll make it talk.
That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. That's not something I know much about.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
All right. Mind Palace. Oh, wow. Carefully prepared himself for the depravity. Great. Ooh. What do we think here, gang? Oops, I guess I just... Did he wash himself after the murder, or did he set himself up for debauchery? I don't think he killed this guy. I think he prepared himself for debauchery. I think he cared for Fabio. Okay, room number 7. Hello.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know.
Now this looks like a major domo.
Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
To do the creepy thing where I look you up and down. It's almost always the nose, but not in this case. Psoriasis. Patched holes. Dyed textile. Now comes the best part. Nothing in the dongular region. Yet again. Sherlock loves shoes. Do you think Sherlock's into feet? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't want to shame Sherlock or anything, you know. But do you think Sherlock's into feet? I'd like to imagine Grayson that he specifically says to people, it's like, please stand still while I absolve you. I'll say he has financial difficulties. So I hear you're
the
poor.
majordomo of a rich mansion, and you seem barely able to afford decent clothing. You hide under heavy makeup a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
I do not have a lot of means. The pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
I said elementary.
Change his employer, that is true.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps from a guest?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always Fabio-centric.
And Matista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
Okay. Well, we didn't learn much there. Vincetti missed the blood spatter. Ooh. We'll say that for now. Oh no. This one feels like it could go a lot of directions. Look at all this evidence. Let's see here. Do you have anything else?
I'm not supposed to know
want?
anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
I haven't been able to find the woman yet.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti.
Do I know him?
The major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you?
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Oh, she's in the inspector's office. Thank you, Grayson.
Oh, what a long day.
Of course, I remember the way upstairs.
You must be the inspector.
Oh, you must be
Would
Matista.
you be Augusta Capello?
Nope.
Must I really
Oh, no!
repeat myself to every baby-faced man? Then
Mrs.
This is the wrong case again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Shocked. I'm sure she's an
Whilst I
interesting
preferred,
person.
I'm sure Basilio thought.
he...
Oh, there. And
I was going to skip through this because I'm not doing this quest right now.
Oh, Sherry,
Okay.
disappointing. We were putting on a show and you call it off halfway through.
Yeah, I know, John. You hate me. Didn't want to do this.
Continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
Okay, so back downstairs, and Matista is somewhere in here. Allegedly.
What a long day.
Yeah, it's the downstairs. Matista. Oh, wait. Matista.
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
This character's interesting. Its end was predictable.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
Pardon me while I absorb. Thanks herself. Nuevas. Old and healing cuts. Tackle scars. Branding iron. Blood-filled bruises. I'm gonna go with punishes herself for her past.
Fabio and yourself were slaves, am I correct? You have a
Wow.
similar branding on your body.
Isn't so nonchalantly.
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Couldn't help but also notice fresh cuts upon your forearms.
The cuts helped me to forget my past, to cover the old wounds and hide them.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Gordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite. Sometimes.
Okay. Fabio bruised Matista. I would say she got bruised by the guests. Wow. Not quite sure where to head next. I guess to the archives? Ooh, don't want to talk to her again.
Continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
I don't know. Let's see here. Evidence ticket. We pinned it.
Continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
There's evidence set out in the archives. Seek the evidence room? We found a room with some evidence in it. Oh, wait.
Good day. Your ticket, please.
Here we
if
go.
You want me to help you?
Thank you, Grayson.
This is not a ticket.
Says you.
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second. I'll bring it to the table.
Ooh, look at all these options. 9 things to discover.
It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone.
Looks like Count Dracula's ring.
All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring. A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
Those are my wife's initials.
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings.
Gross. It's like one of those Angelina Jolie, Billy Bob Thornton things.
Her key to the altar room. That's not for bedtime reading. That's not for bedtime reading.
This is Decaf Genia.
This Ex Libris belongs to Manchios Library.
Ooh, interesting. So she's carrying a book with a description.
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room.
Uh-oh. Maybe she's our suspect.
An emergency kit for boredom.
Ah. Letters found in Vogel's evidence box. Is your mind unsound?
Not the time for privacy. Werner's personal sketchbook. Thank you, officer.
Okay. Now we're getting to the bottom of this. Okay, I guess we need to talk to Vogel about that. Go see Vogel. The Vogel! Yeah, she got a whole lot more suspicious.
So, the police found a letter from Fabio in your pocket?
I cannot tell if it was truly in my pocket at all.
Yeah?
Perhaps it was placed there later.
Well, that is one hypothesis. If it were true, then how did it get there?
No clue. But this night has been rather eccentric. Such a detail could have easily eluded me.
Indeed. Do you recall reading it?
I can't remember that either. But I tend to respect privacy. Reading others' personal notes is not one of my perversities.
Not one of my many perversities. Okay, let's go ask, Matista about her piece of evidence. Because this does not look good for you, Matista.
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him and it worked.
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so.
Well, that's all we get. You practice occultism.
I've nothing to add.
This is the letter the police found in Mr. Vogel's pocket. Fabio wrote it. Do you know anything about it?
I don't. Although I can feel Fabio's energy. It's there, but it refuses to let me analyze it.
Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
Okay. Okay. Let's go talk to our other people about this.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The things described in the book were inspiration for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo.
Okay.
My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures.
I've read this letter from Fabio. It had no addressee, but it was found in Mr. Vogel's pocket.
Werner? Strange. I didn't think the two of them corresponded.
I'm sure there is some explanation. Would you care to read it?
Call me superstitious, but I don't care to read a letter from a dead man. I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
Most parties are mostly tragedy.
Please let me out.
The air here is rather refreshing. I'd even recommend...
Santos.
that some of my friends visit the place.
Please let me out. Please let me out.
Oh, wait. What have we here? Santos, my hopeful slug. Oh, this is the will. He's a jar of mustache wax and a salt lamp. Wow. Can't believe this is in here.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
Tell me about this
Mr.
will.
Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin.
Okay.
The only one.
Okay.
Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love, cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents.
I know that feeling.
Imprison me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing.
Got a real Colonel's bequest situation going on here.
While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Oh wow, it's $27 off for the next 12 hours. Yes, everyone go buy this wonderful game. Yeah, I think it's also on sale in the Epic Game Store with one of the coupons available there, so that's worth checking out. Ah. So the letter from Fabio is still important.
Please let me out.
Vogel, what do you think?
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt Manchios.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Chuck Mangione.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight will make up for...
You being on a bender?
Touché.
Well, we found out this guy's name is actually Werner Vogel Moriarty at the end of the game.
Could Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchios?
Oh. That could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
But Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchios?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Nick, you're absolutely right. Just the amount of content in this game really is remarkable. And to create this whole open world, which honestly, you probably could have gotten away with not doing, and made a very similar game, but, you know, I respect that they went for it. Hey, thank you, Robin. I'm getting a little sleepy, too. I'd hoped I could press through to the end of this thing, but we'll see.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Your protege wanted a fresh start, it seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio.
Werner was a little high.
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
It's true.
Where did you get it? Is the slug here? Tell him. I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck.
Yeah, he shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck.
My only heir.
And who is he to you?
He's a leech on my aging body. He has only added problems to my life since the death of his mother.
I fail to see why you made him your major domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him.
He got sentenced to be his butler. Classic. Fabio shattered his feelings. I'm going to say, I'm starting to think maybe Manchios did do it. I'm going to say Werner is innocent. What do we think? Is Werner innocent? Do we feel like Manchios planted the letter? Or did Werner just take it because he was really high? I mean, that's not a very interesting solution to a puzzle. Like, the solution of he just picked up a letter and put it in his pocket doesn't feel very Sherlock Holmesy. I'm going to say Werewolf, Werner Vogel, Werewolf.
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 Werewolf?
Werewolf.
Letter from Fabio, so we still need to talk to somebody about this.
I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy.
I wonder who we need to talk to about that.
I know I can handle the news.
Please let me out.
Are you done yet? Can I leave?
Is that all of our suspects that have just barged into their rooms? Oh, wait, one more.
I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
Oh, can I still arrive at the conclusion? Oh, wait. Are there any more conclusions? Oh, you want the things to line up in the same direction. Ah, there we go. No. Okay. Oh! Ooh, man. I'm going to say it was a crime of passion. When he was rejected, he accidentally... I mean, I do think he's also a sexual predator, probably. But I don't know if that's probably what happened here. We're saying crime of passion. And we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Probably not the best. Still going to jail.
I've nothing to say about this.
This letter proves nothing. Fabio wrote it to Mr. Manchios. It's time to free Mr. Vogel.
Do you really think I'm that naive? I need proof, not words from his friend.
Oh, Mind Palace is still blinking?
Mr. Pinchetti told me that Mr. Manchios was lavishing Fabio with expensive and eccentric gifts. The letter mentions rich rewards and attempts to buy Fabio with them. It was written to Mr. Manchios. Who else was showering Fabio with luxuries to buy him? It doesn't fit Mr. Vogel's character.
Look here. We had a deal. Give me the murderer and then take your friend with you. I won't budge otherwise.
Well, fine, but you're just wasting time.
Yeah, I think we've decided that, right?
Continue our investigation while I look...
Oh, wow. You got accused besides the pay Phoenix Wright stuff. Now that makes sense. I have a dramatic accusation to make. J'accuse!
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl Matista wouldn't dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos?
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
But what for? He informed the police as to the crime, that was all. He couldn't stage the ritual, but he found the body, I believe.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Mr. Vogel. He had no reason, and he won't be a scapegoat as you planned.
Who could it be?
You put Fabio's letter in his pocket when he was intoxicated, didn't you?
You can't be serious.
You're at the twilight of your life. You
Wow.
have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for one man. That was Fabio. You loved him. That is, you wished to own him with money and gifts. But he was also a free mind, was he not? He turned his back on you. Quite unjust. Love, so cruel and painful, and Fabio, with his words and deeds, made you feel the more wretched. So you killed him.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't allow me to hurt anyone.
I don't know about that. What about your fingernails?
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes or their fingernails. You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were covered in blood. You panicked and neglected to rinse the soap from under your fingernails. The devil is in the details, Mr. Manchios.
Nonsense. I missed it simply because of the busy
I mean,
schedule of the party.
That's a pretty
Of course,
convincing
staged murder was
counter-argument.
certainly not planned. You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you since you were the one
Satanic?
who wrote the scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
early 60s,
who hosts the cream of Cordona society, cannot possibly be a murderer. But the guests who behave like animals in his mansion, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the rituals, but I did not stage Fabio's death.
It's a crime of passion.
Fabio played with your feelings. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time and effort to be with Fabio, but he didn't respond in the way that you would have liked. You wanted to be loved, but Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he teased and mocked you. He wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was unbearable. You were passionate, and so you struck him. Once you understood your mistake, it was too late. You were afraid, so you staged the ritual. With such a story, you might be sentenced to a few years. It might clean your conscience, and soon the case will be forgotten.
No.
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 This is my decision. I'll talk to Constable Oswald.
See what I can do. Are we good cop and bad copying him? Okay, everything's still good there. I've done it. I've solved the case. Wrong way.
There's no fool like an old fool. Kurt Manchios did it. A young boy played with the heart of an old man. The latter couldn't handle it. The evidence I obtained clearly shows that the quarrel was not intended to end badly. It was an accident.
Showing pity towards your own kind, Holmes. Whatever.
All I'm saying is that prison won't take much away from an old and crushed man.
Fine. A big name like that will still give me a promotion. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. Including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
We did it. We solved the case. Okay. If we're heading into the final mission, we need our classic look. We lie in the garden. Ooh, thoroughly soaked with a deep vertical incision 2 inches in length down her throat. Face was swollen, likely cause of death hypoxia. Main suspect Otto Ritter. Body was sent for autopsy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. The ding-dang flashback. John casts a shadow, that's surprising. Oh, another scary door.
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it...
Oh, you did it, Sherlock.
Oops.
The case is closed and all
Oh,
rewards
no.
belong to the winner. Bravo.
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power.
Oh.
Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity.
Well, it's Vogel's
How
like
could you
the
make
Joker.
a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
I take your point. There are some limits on us all, some compromises we must make.
Postmodern Sherlock
Despite my
Holmes.
best efforts, we cannot remain entirely objective.
I didn't want to sadden you, Sherlock, only to make you think beyond your boundaries. You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You
like that
refuse
Green
to
Day
lie
song.
to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Adieu. Adieu. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I guess this is a good place to save. I'm going to go back and try to do our... Oh, am I out of saves? I'm going to go back and try to see if we can just finish up A Mother's Love, and I think it'll finish up our game. So, where does my casebook tell me to go? Okay. To the garden. Grayson, how much longer would you say is left, if you recall? Are we talking like 20 minutes-ish? Oh no! What does do? Perfect. That's what we want. We can do it. Now, there can be no grab-ass going on. This has to be a straight-on power to the end.
Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry.
John, I always listen to you.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry, like a fly.
This is where we kill John, isn't it?
No, I can sense it too.
You locked away
Sherlock
this memory
senses
for a
tingling.
reason. There is only pain here.
Pain? And truth?
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona, so many others we could help.
Get it?
There is no coming back from this.
Have to finish this.
John, my animum, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but my path was set long ago. I can no more step off it than I can ask the avalanche to roll back uphill.
Just... please be careful, Sherry.
That's sweet.
I love you.
Quite. Come on. We'll go together.
Yeah, this might be the best version of you're about to begin the final quest you can't come back from and finish the side quests speech that I've ever heard. It was done nicely within the context of the character in the game.
Why didn't I remember we had such a big garden?
Maybe you forgot it for your own good. That's the descendant of a tree your father planted in London, correct?
Indeed, we planted the sprout here, and for a while it grew happily. Alas, it seems without us here to care for it, it didn't survive.
Why is his outfit wrong? I chose an outfit for him for a reason. See, I want Sherry to make out with his imaginary friend too, but then at the same time, I guess his imaginary friend is also his imaginary brother, and I feel like that ruins some of it.
Is that the raft we made together, John?
Looks more like a pile of rotten planks now.
No ice cream tomfoolery allowed out here. It's all serious, but we can't even run, so I can't go fast like I like to. You know that classic Sherlock Holmes catchphrase, I gotta go fast. Oh no. Oh no. Thanos got her.
That's from Mother's favorite tea set. What is it doing in here?
Oh no. Oh no. It's all coming back to him now. Oh wait, mind control? Yes. Oopsie.
Come here, Sherry. Hurry.
Okay. What's up? Oh no, Dr. Richter. Dr. Rick D's top 40.
These must help calm her down.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you thinking about?
Uh-oh.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Everything's not all right. Everything's terrible. Too much truth in this garden. The last thing we need is a truth garden.
Ah, yes. The statue of Merope. My mother was trying to restore it. Pity she never had the opportunity to finish.
I want my sprint key back. See, I went down this little side area, and it was nothing. I don't have a sprint key to get back quickly. I need to get back quickly. Oh, wait. Uh-oh.
Don't go, Mother, wait.
No, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I remember this artifact from Mother's collection. Mother's work journal. I liked poring over the detailed pages and reading about my parents' collection.
Oh, no. This is John trying to get out. Hope we have to fight John at the end. Find out who's real. Okay, can't go that away. Okay, this is that scene.
Here it is. We'll just borrow it for a while.
Did you hear that? Someone's coming. Let's take a peek. You call this progress? Charlotte, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother.
It's Mycroft.
Any result is progress, even if it is a worsening of her condition. It informs my...
No. I have made my decision. She must be sent to a legitimate medical facility. I will not let her hurt Sherlock.
What? Master Holmes, you do not understand.
That will be all. I expect you to have left the house by week's end.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Sherry, say something. Can you hear me? You're scaring me. Sherry, say something.
Sherlock, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
I don't feel so good, Mr. Holmes.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Did Sherlock Holmes kill his
Sherlock?
mom?
Coming, Mother.
Come closer.
This was for my mother, wasn't it? I remember how we came to the garden for a breath of fresh air.
Ow! Ooh, fun.
Take me to my flowers, Sherry. They must already be in bloom.
As you wish, Mum. I bet you missed the fresh air, didn't you?
Terribly. The sun is far brighter than I remember. But I like it.
We can walk each day from now on, if you want.
That would be wonderful. Just look at them. The stars of the earth. Even the sky must be jealous of their beauty.
Yes, sky, suck it.
Mother, would you like to go around the water?
That would be perfect. I always wanted such a nice pond in London. It looks so peaceful.
Mycroft knew you would like it.
Oh no. A terrible thing's gonna happen.
We should put some fish in it, don't you think?
How about some carp?
That's a nice idea.
This is great gameplay.
Let's visit your father's tree. It grows so fast, just like you.
We could even build a tree house in it.
Let's not get
Yes,
carried away,
Sherry.
Sherry.
Speaking of your father, could you call him out, please?
Call him out.
Mom! He's...
Whoa, no.
I'm sorry. He passed away. He's gone.
No, he's not.
I'm telling the truth. Did you forget again?
No! Don't you dare say such things! You are a liar like all the others!
Mother!
Don't call me that! You aren't fooling me!
No! Mom, it hurts!
My son would never lie!
Mom, stop!
Who are you? Reveal yourself!
Please, stop! It's me, Sherlock!
You are not my Sherry! Give me my stuff back or I'll drop you!
Oh no. Oh, big no. Oh, wow. Didn't expect this. My mother tried to drown me in the pond. John and I are responsible. I killed my mother without knowing it. The idea to give her sedatives came from John, which means I cannot trust my own mind. To heal myself, I must get rid of John. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me. I killed my mother. I'm responsible for my mother's death. It was my idea to give her medication, which caused the allergic reaction that killed her. It's my guilt. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me. I don't think that's it, is it? I don't think Richter did it. Grayson, is that the other conclusion? I mean, I feel like that's not what we saw, is it? Yeah, this does showcase the Mind Palace system really nicely. We can't blame John. John is not real. What do you think, gang? Do we take responsibility? I feel like we take responsibility. I don't think we can blame our imaginary friend. I think this has to be Sherry. Yeah, I feel Cure Slashe. I'm a little shook about this too, Pickled Dog. This is not what I expected. Yeah, I think we have to do it. Are you sure about your choice? Okay. Wow.
Sherlock. Sherlock.
Wow, what an ending.
Come on, wake up.
Get off me.
Sherry.
You knew, and more than that, you hid it from me.
You couldn't bear the truth, Sherlock, so I shouldered it for you. I took your pain, your horror.
I killed my own mother, John. It is unforgivable.
It was an accident, Sherlock. She was mad, abusive. You were a child, simply trying to help.
How could I? How could she? You were a lie, John. A fiction. A crutch.
No, I was a friend. Sherlock, please.
Sherlock?
What?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
I told you not to come, Sherlock. Where is he?
Who?
Your friend, John.
He's beside you.
Was all this worth it? Is he worth it?
Why is he here?
I think, in his own way, he was trying to protect me.
Uh-oh. John's a little
Truth
glitchy.
I couldn't bear. But now I must face it.
Oh no, I'm a little glitchy.
There is only one thing to be done.
I died at the same time John did.
To expect adherence to the principles of truth and justice, but to fail to hold oneself likewise accountable, it would be hypocrisy. My mother died by my hand. I must turn myself into the authorities and face the consequences of my actions.
The consequences of your actions? You were a child. She did this to you, not you unto her. You are throwing your life away in an act of moralistic vanity. Think of all you could accomplish for our nation.
This is where we differ, Mycroft. To you, the ends justify the means. To me, the means have decided the end. The truth is the truth.
Fine, Sherlock. Walk yourself into the police station and pray those men you oft embarrassed hold no grudges. If you're lucky, they'll simply exile you. If not, I'll see you in 20 years.
Are you going to berate me too? Try and talk me out of it? As I told my brother, if I cannot demonstrate the character I chastise others for lacking...
Sherry, I think this is something you will have to do yourself.
Myself? How do you mean?
All I ever did, all I ever wanted,
was
to protect you from what happened. And now you tell me I was wrong to try, that it was ego or hypocrisy to show a young boy kindness. But it was just empathy, creativity, and love for one's self. So please, please, Sherlock, don't do it.
Why can none of you see it? The truth is the truth. A murder is a murder. Tell me, John, why?
Because you're breaking my heart. I know you've decided. I know. I just wish you hadn't.
I'm sorry, John. All these years we spent together, all the time I took for granted. You'll always be a part of me.
No, Sherry. That's the point. I don't think I will.
Wow. Pickle Dog, I don't blame you. This has been a really fantastic game. Like, I liked it first because it was kind of bonkers, but it's got some good stuff going. I mean, the cases were really beautifully done. The storytelling was fantastic. No, this is really good stuff. I can't believe, honestly, this game didn't get more attention when it came out last year.
Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose. And to help a friend.
You and I are not friends. In a race between the thawing of the ice caps and our friendship, I would buy a boat.
Ha! Is that right?
I can see it now. I know what you did.
What did I do?
You needled me. From the moment we met, you were searching for weakness. You pushed me to pursue the truth about my mother. You questioned everything I did, everything I believed, to break me. To blur truth and fiction, reality, morality. A saboteur in silk. Was it vengeance, Werner? Or do you prefer Klaus? Excuse me? You are Klaus Richter, Otto's younger brother. Do you hold me responsible for his end?
Ha! There was no love lost between me and my brother. I am sure you can relate. Otto was merely the gravity that pulled me into your orbit. Or you into mine. Once I met you, I could not keep away.
Why? What reason do you have for all this?
Because I'm Moriarty.
You're lying.
To show you that you were wrong.
More lies. I know you now, Werner. Try again.
To see what had happened. Or is that yet another untruth? Does it matter? Take your pick. Who cares? You're my masterpiece. I turned Sisyphus into Ozymandias. You could not see the futility of your quest.
Wow.
Until I helped you to let go of the rock. And now, nothing beside remains.
I remain. Despite you, and to spite you.
It is a matter of will and power now. Will you overcome this, or shall you decay? Oh, on that note, I brought you something.
I want nothing more from you.
When one wants for nothing, Sherlock, the best thing to get them is something personal. So, here you are. Now, please excuse me, but the gallery calls. I'm already conceiving my next project. You really are beautiful.
It's Goblin Mode Sherlock Holmes.
I was prepared to take responsibility for my actions, but again my brother conspired against me. A little diplomatic pressure and the trial was dismissed. Instead, I was exiled from Cordona.
Oh, wow.
Freedom never tasted so bitter. Another perversion of justice at Mycroft's hand. With no means, no home, and no purpose, I returned to London. I enrolled at Cambridge University, but few lectures held my interest. I prefer to spend time alone at the hospital laboratory, pursuing truths in chemical form. No one there questions my choices. I have begun to attract a desperate clientele, men that skulk after me, pleading for answers to their simple mysteries. At first, the distraction was unwelcome. Now, I find myself craving it, lest my mind drift back to the island, to Mother, to John. What was her life worth? How many adulterers and petty thieves will it take to make it right? Can anything?
Wow, did we get the bad Sherlock Holmes ending? Is that Data? Oh my gosh!
I found it! I found it! I found it!
And what is that?
how far, bruises may be produced after death. How are you? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive.
How on earth did you know that?
Never mind. The question now is about bruising. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine.
It is interesting, no doubt, but practically...
Why, it is the most practical medico-legal discovery for years. Had we these data sooner, hundreds of men would have paid the penalty for their crimes. Cases oft hinge upon how a man died. Now, we can know which wounds he suffered alive, which occurred post-mortem, and what instrument was responsible. And ergo, one will soon be able to calculate with utmost precision when and where death occurred, sparing the innocent and damning the guilty.
Well, then you are to be congratulated.
Indeed. But, you came here on business.
Correct again. I am looking for someone with whom to take diggings, and heard you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you.
I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street, which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?
I smoke ships myself.
That's good enough. I get in the dumps at times, and don't open my mouth for days on end. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's best for two fellows to know what bruises each other carries before they begin to live together. My last companion and I...
Well, I object to rows because my nerves are shaken, and I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours, and I am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well, but those are the principal ones at present.
Do you include violin playing in your category for rout?
It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one.
Oh, no, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing as settled. Oh, forgive my manners. My attention wavers. Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. John Watson.
John.
Oh, that's great. He's found another John. We did it! We're one H richer in the process. The real John, finally. We've done it. We have finished this really good game, y'all. This was fantastic. Thank you for sticking around with me. God, it's late. I streamed for 3 hours. It's almost 1 a.m. Oh no. How'd this happen? Ooh, it's past my bedtime. Wow. This is super fun. Thank you all so much. This game, it really blew me away, just start to finish. Goodness gracious, where are we going to go? I need to go to bed. I know that much. Cobra Commanda is streaming Final Fantasy VI on original hardware. Let's raid over there. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you all for the stickers and for the follows and for the company. This is super fun. I would definitely rate it better than Wayne's World. I should be back tomorrow night. I'm going to play King's Quest for the Sega Master System. And for now, take care, everybody. I will see you on the other end of the raid. And wow, is this the greatest game of all time? No, but it's one of my favorite that I've streamed in recent memory. And thank you again, Grayson, for being the one to recommend it. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I will see you again very soon.